Light line.
Londale's cool as shit, man. I really like him a lot. Benji the Light Lion, appropriately named because I'm a pussy. I'm a pussy because I love my mom more than anything in the world. Because I love my mom more than anything in the world. I don't want to have her grieve both a son and a husband in her lifetime. Mind you, I say that. I'm 39. She's 72. And let me tell you, this shit's going down to the wire. It's gonna be a motherfucking photo finish. This woman loves life. She wakes up at 5 a.m., fucking jazzercises around the neighborhood. She's hiking the Michigan dunes. She's in a loving, healthy partnership and lives in a $1.3 million cathedral of light facing the lake. That versus me, who spends his days with a roommate, vaping, writing poems, chewing tobacco, drinking beer, and watching reruns of Family Guy. DraftKings currently has my odds of outliving Isabel Blake Evans at about minus 115. This woman loves life so much she was traveling during the pandemic. Tell you what I did during the pandemic. Most everyone else was getting COVID-19, I was getting fucking gout. For those of you who don't know what gout is, it's when uric acid collects in the joint of your big toe and forms little shards of glass. It hurts horrifically. Mostly old men get it. It used to be called the King's disease because only people who could afford mutton, roasted lamb, and fine meats got it. I got mine from Miller Lite and Domino's. And during the pandemic, I was one of those motherfuckers overcrowding the hospitals, hobbling past feebled, wheezing geriatrics who had probably done everything in their lives in order to survive and live long lives, just because I needed prednisone. And let me tell you, when I made those visits to the hospital, I was wearing like 4 masks. I was on season 4 of Cheers. And I wanted to see what happened between Sam and Diane. So thankfully, before the pandemic, not from it, my father died. And I learned 2 lessons from my father's death. 1, the commodification of grief in this country. And 2, that my mother will buy any commemorative item offered if a family member or pet dies. A couple months before my dad died, our 3-toed basset hound, Max, passed away. He was 11, 3 toes on his right paw. I was so touched, the veterinarian who'd cared for him his whole life came in, euthanized him herself, looked my mom right in the eye, and she said, "Would you like us to put his paw in plaster as a keepsake?" My mom said, "Absolutely, that'd be wonderful, doctor." She's a fucking vet. But anyway, a week later, I get the call for some reason from the receptionist at the veterinarian's office, and she says, "Sam's paw's ready to be picked up." Max? Did I call him Sam? Max? I go, it's wrapped in an ornate box, red ribbon tied around it. With reverence, I open it up in front of my mom and my brother. Miraculously, it's his right paw. And he had somehow regenerated the other 2 toes. So I guess basset hounds are like salamander's tails, except they have to die before they fucking regrow their toes. So we go to the funeral home. My dad dies quite shortly thereafter. Still lamenting Max and Sam's death. and a 27-year-old with a half-baked sugar cookie face named Jeff, who's balding, comes out, sits down in front of me and my mom and my brother, opens his officious leather notebook, and says, "Is there anything special you'd like cremated with your father?" My brother sets his hand on fucking Jeff's thigh and he says, "There's this jet ski that we've been trying to sell in the front yard for the last 3 years, and Dad loved the hell out of that Sea-Doo. So if you could put that in there, I'm really grateful." I'm Benji the Light Lion. Thank you.
Make some noise for Benji the Light Lion, y'all!